Oh, Frameloss is now following me on foot.
Damn it! Outgoing! Oh no! Oh no! Lights down!
Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love. Understand the concept of love.
Hello everyone, it is December 10th, episode 34 of Frameloss. I am your host, 2 Inches. With me as always is From CJ. Say hello.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
For the second time in a week, we also
Two
have...
in a row.
2 in a row. We also have the wonderful, the charming Dr. Monkey, but his name still
Hello.
says Donnie in the thing, so if you see him in chat, be sure to say hello to him.
Woo.
Or else.
Tonight, we discussed the award show that happened this weekend, the video game award,
The Game
the Game Awards show.
The Game Awards.
Very, very unique title.
Good name. The Gamies.
We're also gonna we're
Gamies.
gonna break down and discuss the definition of the words world and premiere, and also world
and why
premiere.
2 Inches doesn't understand them.
And we're also gonna discuss the largest gathering of PS Vitas ever. But before we get to that, the question everybody
Not that
cares.
impressive.
The question everybody cares about. What have you been playing since the last show?
I've been playing a little bit of this indie game, World of Warcraft. It's pretty cool.
It's a nice small
I
title.
think
Also-
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a niche title, but it's good. GTA 5, I've been playing Lego Batman 3 still, going pretty hard at that.
Oh yeah,
I
you
got-
did get that.
Yep. I got Skylanders Swap Force for $20.
Oh, nice.
That was a really big mistake in my life, because the game's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also,
Isn't it kind of like
Disney-
Diablo-esque?
No.
I thought it was.
No, it's like Disney Infinity,
Okay. Well, isn't
which is
Disney-
also a game I've been playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like platform action games. They're not Diablo-ish at all.
Yeah.
really.
They do
They're
have,
like Jack and Daxter maybe, or like Banjo-Kazooie. Like,
do have ability leveling up trees in Skylanders, but that's about
that's about
as
it.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing a smidge of WoW. I actually went pretty mild on WoW this weekend because I've been playing
Yeah.
a ton of The Crew, which I streamed yesterday, or not yesterday, Monday. I streamed The Crew, and I did a full world tour of the United States. I went from Maine to Florida, Florida to Southern California, SoCal to Seattle, and then Seattle back to my starting position in Maine. That took me 2 hours, 1 minute, and 18 seconds to do a complete lap around the U.S.
So dope.
And
Sounds
then,
I-
like
I
when I
can't wait to
finished,
play
I
that
looked
game.
at the map and I'm like, I uncovered nothing.
Yeah.
Like there's still all the middle stuff I didn't do.
We're hoping to have some pretty sweet crew-related news.
Oh, cool.
Wait, we have crew news? What?
Not
Oh,
yet.
no, I know
So
what you're
we're-
I know what you're
So
talking
we're
about.
yeah, so we're hoping to.
Yes.
Someday.
So I've been playing The Crew, and I've also been playing a lot of Steam World Dig. It's like
I've heard of that, too.
It's like you just dig, and then you collect minerals, and you get upgrades, and then you dig deeper,
Is-
and then you
Dig Dug?
No, and then you dig deeper, and you find a portal to another like section of the world, where then you have to dig and get minerals and upgrade and then dig deeper.
I want to be like, wow, this game sounds like shit, but I really can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it's like the way you're explaining it, it's like, wow, that just sounds like a grind, and it's like, wait a minute.
It is
like
a grind,
everything.
but it's
Yeah, it
rewarding
sounds awesome.
because you keep getting new abilities and you go back to previous worlds and like it's like kind of like Metroidvania where you like caverns you found you could then complete. It's really fun. I got it for free on the PS4. I think it's on Steam, but that's really
I'll
good, and
check
that
that
sucked
out.
up way more time than I thought it would. So that was good.
Might throw my money at that.
What have you been playing, Donnie?
I've been playing. Oh, I almost forgot this title. I found on Xbox Arcade. They made an arcade edition of one of my favorite childhood games, Vigilante 8. It's
Nice.
Oh, really? That's
yeah.
on. I didn't know that was on live.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
me
an
either.
arcade version, which feels like an exact remake of Vigilante 8. I had I used to play the N64 one. It's fun, it's fresh. If anyone doesn't know what Vigilante 8 is, it's pretty much Twisted Metal for kids with like a 1970s funky vibe.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Oh, it's sweet, and this is a great remake. Or
There
just,
were a bunch
yeah.
of games that came out around that era. Like, what was the other one? Rogue Trip.
Twisted Metal.
No, Rogue Trip. Rogue Trip was another.
Rogue
like,
Trip sounds.
it was
sounds
another Twisted
familiar.
Metal-esque game.
Yeah, those are really popular back then in the whole couch era of gaming.
Yep.
And now with all the online, I don't know why they don't bring it back in like bigger.
Well, 'cause
like
David
they did
Jaff-
with Twisted Metal.
David Jaffe
But-
brought Twisted Metal back, and then the
Yeah.
day it released, he left the company, and the game never got any patches, and so it kind of fell apart.
Yeah, that made me sad because I was so
Yeah.
pumped for it. The other game I was playing, I started last night, was just broke out my nice mint edition of Bakugan Battle Brawlers, the beautiful Xbox 360 version of the show for the anime.
Just so
literally
everyone
made
knows,
to
this is
sell
Donnie's
toys.
last week on the show.
It's a great game based on a show that's made to sell toys,
God.
and
Bakugan
it's-
Battle.
the game's it's so addicting, but I know it's awful. Like the whole time, it's
Those
like
are
this
the-
is garbage.
I mean,
Those are
I
the
definitely
worst
play
kind of
garbage
games.
titles.
And you're like, I should put it down, but I can't.
Yeah, and the
You
cut
only
scenes,
play garbage titles.
No, no, no.
The
no.
cutscenes are great, and the voice acting is tremendous. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Oh, and more Pokemon Ruby, of course.
Of course.
Hi, Rislinky. I can't.
What's up,
pronounce-
Slinky?
Rislinky.
Your
I
guy's
can't pronounce
audio is
words.
like dipping. I don't know what's causing.
No, your audio is.
Well, it's fixing itself.
That's you.
Yeah, I don't know. Take us into releases,
The connection.
CJ. It's a big week.
Oh, sorry. I was reading. Yeah, releases of the week. We have a lot to get through, so I'll do these as fast as I can, really. First up, we have Lara Croft and the Temple of
Dude, I gotta
Osiris on
fix-
PS4 and Xbox One.
I gotta fix your camera because you're appearing way too low. Like your mouth is just in your
That might-
name.
That might just be my fault. I might just be sitting weird.
Okay, I don't know.
Sorry. Anyway, releases of the week. We have
Dude, your
Lara Croft
mic
and Temple of
sounds
Osiris.
like
That's on the PS4 and the Xbox One.
garbage.
And that is it. That's the releases of the week. I have no more news for you.
Can
His
you
mic
hear-
sounds amazing.
No, that's your mic.
No, that's yours.
That's you.
Skype sometimes
That's
makes
you.
people sound like robots.
Okay.
Kyle,
Well, I don't
you
know if
sound
it's
like
going
a
out to the
robot
stream
me.
as robots.
All right.
Yeah, all that's. I don't know if anyone caught that because all I heard was just robots. But Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris is the only game that came out this week. We'll try to get past that.
Yeah, we're trying to technical difficulties
Yep.
here.
Okay, let's jump into news of the week.
I blame 2 Inches Internet. I have nothing to do with this.
You're on the same goddamn internet as me. Yeah, like I don't know what's going on. Here's what I want to try and do. I want to try and restart the call.
Okay.
Because, like, your video is also desynced. Like, I'm seeing your mouth move, and then I'm hearing you talk. Yeah, like, totally right now. If you're just mouthing...
Yeah, he was doing that.
Okay, let's... I'm gonna both of you quit out and then just call me back. Actually, no. I'll call you. We keep screwing that up.
Call me.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, sorry about this. I'm gonna give that call a very bad... send feedback. Okay. Call group.
Okay.
Okay, I got CJ. I don't have Donnie yet.
I answered, but it instantly was like, "Oh, you don't want to answer with video, right?" It's like, no.
CJ's not moving, so I don't know if he's a static image or just... Okay, now he's moving.
Yeah, I just wasn't moving.
Okay, let's see.
I'm very good at looking like everything's wrong.
Okay, right now it's working, so let's just...
Plow ahead.
News of the week. This week in Vegas was the first annual Game Awards show. This was hosted by Jeff Keighley, who... They canceled the VGAs. Jeff was just like, I still want to give games awards. I like trophies. I'm going to hand out trophies. And so
you get a trophy, and you get a trophy.
He helped.
He did it on the street at first, and it didn't work.
Yeah, he helped make the Game Awards what they are. I watched them live. I know from CJ watched them live. Donnie, did you check them out at all?
No, I wasn't able to.
Okay, that's fine.
I missed it all.
Just as far as the show goes... CJ, how did you feel about the show? Like overall, just...
I liked it. I thought it was a good first award show. I think they set themselves up really well for next year in terms of sponsors, guests, presenters, that sort of thing. You know, it was exactly what I expected this year. There were a couple, like... The two medium names were like their big names. Like they had Kiefer Sutherland present an award, and they had Imagine Dragons play at the end.
Yeah.
That was their huge thing. But I mean, that's really good for first year. I could definitely see this on TV at some point. Probably ruined by then, but I could see a channel picking it up for sure.
Yeah, I was happy with the overall presentation. Like you said, like I didn't mind Kiefer Sutherland being there because he's voicing Snake in Metal Gear, so it made sense for him to come out.
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons played
Legends of Zelda.
Yeah, they played Zelda.
It was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was really neat. They also had this one guy that just did video game music. It was kind of like his resume, I guess. They introduced him really weird. They were like, this guy's been tweeting at me trying to get a job in the video game industry for a while. So here he is performing at the Game Awards. Like, it's like, play for your job.
Yeah. Hey, anything for a resume piece.
Dance monkey.
So that went on, and then on top of that, there was also the PlayStation Experience that happened Saturday and Sunday, which was kind of just a gathering of PlayStation fans, a gaggle of PlayStation fans.
A gaggle? Is that the technical term?
That's the technical scientific term for a group of fanboys.
The plural proper noun.
And that, to me, it seemed like a mini kind of E3, just focused on Sony. There were panels covering tons of topics. They had a keynote, which they announced a bunch of games, which we'll get to eventually. They streamed pretty much all of it. I think there were a couple panels that they didn't stream, but you could still catch them later on in like the VODs, I think. So I thought that went pretty well. I watched the keynotes. I tried to catch a bunch of the panels, but I had stuff to do during the day. Did you watch any of the Sony stuff? Anybody?
No. I didn't even know I could. I didn't know it was an option.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it, but I got a lot of the updates and the stuff for it more than I did with the Game Awards. I at least heard more about it during the weekend.
Okay. So let's just jump in. Let's discuss everything that was shown at the Game Awards. Not everything that was shown. We'll just go with bullet points. First, now we talked about this in the intro, where we wanted to discuss the meaning of the word world premiere.
Yeah.
Nintendo kicks off the Video Game Awards with the world premiere of Mario Maker. A game they've already shown, already discussed, we've already seen gameplay of, How is that a world premiere?
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen it. So it was a CJ premiere.
It was a world premiere.
Well, how much of the world saw it before?
I mean, it was available. Anyone who had the internet could watch it. It wasn't like a timed thing. If it was it was on YouTube.
But there's parts of the world without internet. So
possibly, but I mean, they didn't see that.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to see.
Yeah, no, not at all. They sent out flyers.
And then through the rest of the night,
we had never seen like gameplay footage of Mario.
We definitely
Maker.
did. They showed it
at the show. They did.
No.
I'm saying before that.
No, before that they showed it.
Mm-mm.
They showed it in the first Nintendo Direct.
Mm-mm.
Then they showed Codename Steam, which they've already announced. They've already shown.
They were showing a world premiere of multiplayer gameplay.
See,
that was the multiplayer.
I think they're using a very loose term of world premiere.
No one had seen multiplayer gameplay before. How is that not a world premiere?
I don't like it. If I hear world premiere, I want new things. This wasn't new. I knew this was coming. Like no one was like, oh, I wonder if the RTS is gonna have multiplayer.
They said world premiere. They didn't say new game announcements.
And they ended it with Zelda. So Nintendo 3 for 3. Like they didn't announce a single new title.
Though with Zelda, I didn't see. Again, I need to catch up on seeing. But I know at E3, they literally showed, hey, look, it's a field. You're gonna be able to go there. Did they show a lot more like?
Oh yeah, no.
More
not at E3. Like, no, not at E3.
Not at E3.
No, but at the Game Awards, did they show more? Is what I'm saying. Like,
so
and more detailed. Did they give a name of what Zelda it's gonna be? Like Zelda and the Crimson Doodad or whatever.
No,
that's a good name.
I do like that name.
Yeah, I want to play that game.
So I mean, I was upset at a lot of this show because they kept showing like world premieres, and we'll just rattle off some titles that they world premiered. They world premiere The Order 1866. That got a world premiere.
I thought that already came out.
I've played The Order.
That one, yeah, I don't know about.
I've had
when I saw that
on
on the list, I was like, I thought that was out.
I've had hands on with The Order. This wasn't a world premiere. No Man's Sky, they did a world premiere for. Bloodborne, which I've also played, they did a world premiere for. But then there were games that they actually did world premiere, like the Adrift game, which was like the floating in space simulator.
I like it. I'm not super into games that force you to like rely on a resource, but it looks like I like space, so
I like space too. I don't know. I want more out of these trailers, I guess. They didn't really tell us anything about the game other than you're going to need oxygen.
And they world premiered what the new King's Quest is going to look like.
Yes, that was awesome. King's Quest, I like the art style a lot.
I saw pictures of that.
That was a world premiere. Like, we hadn't seen that game before. We knew about it.
Yeah.
But we hadn't seen anything on it. They world premiered Metal Gear Online, which we haven't seen yet. So that one counts. I'll count that one. But, like, The Order, come on. I played it.
Yeah, The Order.
But have they released gameplay footage and stuff?
Yeah. Multiple times.
Well, now they have.
No. Way before that.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was already out. And I thought that this was like The Order's like sequel or expansion or something when I saw it on the list.
We're going to show a trailer of one of the other games that they world premiered. This one was an actual world premiere. I didn't actually see this game coming at all. And they didn't show gameplay of it, which is upsetting. But I would definitely like to know more. Now I gotta remember where I put it. I'd label 2 things seen, and it's one of the 2. Which one do you think it is? The top or the bottom one?
Bottom.
Bottom?
Frameloss roulette. Let's do this.
Nope, it's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. Okay.
I told you it was the top one.
Oh, don't even get a consolation prize.
Nope.
We'll accept it.
Wow, everything's just failing tonight. Tonight is just... So that's just like a teaser of Godzilla. They didn't show any gameplay. Like, there's probably in-game scenes, like that Godzilla like model, but they didn't show any gameplay.
I really like the tagline "Be the OG." I think that is a sweet tagline.
Yeah, I like that too.
I'm a pretty big Godzilla fan, so not as big as some people we might know, but I do like it a ton. So I'm super excited to play that.
Yeah,
I'm pumped because I didn't hear about this until like today. And also, when's the last time we got a Godzilla game? Was it GameCube? Was it Destroy All
It was
Monsters?
Destroy All Monsters. Yeah.
When they first showed it, I was telling from CJ that this was Destroy All Monsters 2.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that too, but I'm okay with it just being a Godzilla game too. I'm fine.
It's clearly some sort of like game where you play as like all the monsters. So
yeah,
I would assume it's something like fighting with destructible cities, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. So that was pretty much the award show. They had a bunch of like, oh, who's the dev for this? I don't know who's deving.
Yeah.
If one of you two want
Googling
to find out who the dev on that is.
Finding that.
So that was pretty much the award show. Not a lot in terms of like new games that we've never like heard of, which all our predictions were 100% wrong. None of us got a single one right, which was upsetting.
I almost did.
What one did you almost get?
Rock Band.
No.
There was
What?
there was a rock band there.
Yes, there was a Rock Band there.
So that's half credit.
For Biohazard's question, it's developed by Natsume Atari and published by Bandai Namco.
What? Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
And it should announce for 2015 launch, PS3 and PS4.
So all in all, I thought the award show was a good event. Hopefully they do this annually, and like we have a decent award show to look forward to at the end of the year. And hopefully
Unlike
next year we get some actual world premieres.
Yeah.
I'd be more excited about that.
I had never seen any of these trailers on the Game Awards before, so like that is a world premiere of those trailers on the Game Awards.
For you.
I think they did a great job.
No, I'm not saying that they did a bad job.
I know what you're saying.
I expected
Back in my
more.
day.
Okay, so of all the things Spike TV did wrong, when they had world premieres, they were legit like, this is the first time we've even announced this game. So that's what I was expecting coming into this, because a bunch of the same people were involved. So it's like, this isn't their first rodeo.
That's like being mad that, like, being like, oh, I can't believe I got this Lego set for Christmas. Like, I was expecting an Xbox One, and I got Legos. It's
No,
bullshit.
I would love Legos.
You're defeating the purpose of the analogy.
Yeah.
Just because you expected it to be huge.
So then the next day, Saturday, PlayStation Experience, bunch of PlayStation stuff. Let's just go down the list. They start off with Uncharted 4. I showed that at the beginning of the show before we opened. My God, does that game look amazing. They did so much. It looks like they've done so much work on that AI. The fact that you can go into combat, like full-on action, and dip in and out of stealth, which you couldn't do in any of the other Uncharted's, is really impressive. The swinging from the rope that you saw at the beginning, all of this was played in real time. I've seen a bunch of people talking about, so there was a bug when he first swung down and caught a ledge. He like fell through the world, and he redeemed himself pretty quickly. So it was nice, but like you could tell it was being played live on stage. This was a actual demo, not like rendered footage, which I thought was nice. Because when I saw him swing, I thought that was all pre-rendered. But it was all in real time. I'm really excited for this game. I like the Uncharted series a lot.
Naughty Dog can make a game.
Yeah, I would say Naughty Dog is arguably the best developer on the market right now.
I can't say I would disagree. I
can't think of another studio that like
Blizzard. I would say, but I don't know.
Traveler's Tales.
Traveler's Tales.
Yeah, they do all the Lego games.
I wouldn't put them on the level as Naughty Dog though.
I mean, that's because you love Uncharted.
What about
Last of
Lego
Us.
Last of Us?
And
Oh my god, Lego Last of Us, sign me up. Holy
Please.
shit.
It'd be amazing.
So other things they announced Suikoden 1 and 2 are coming to the PSN. 1 was already on the PS3, but they never released 2. 1 they announced it's coming, like both of them are coming to the Vita. I really wish they were coming to PS4. Like I wish we could get these Sony classics.
They're on PS3?
I
thought they were coming to PS4.
No, from what I saw, I thought it was just Vita.
Oh.
Because Suikoden 1 was already on PS3. That's already available. I already own that.
Okay.
And 2 hasn't been made available yet. I'm hoping that they're both coming to PS4, because I'd rather just play it on my PS4 at this point than plug in my PS3, even though like I'm not going to get rid of my PS3 because I have so many games on it, but I'd like them to make the step up.
Yeah.
I mean, I own both of them like on disc, so I don't really need this, but I would buy it just so, like the convenience, and to support things like this coming out. Because Suikoden is like one of my favorite RPG series, and having it come out is really good.
I've wanted to go back and play the games for a long time, and I couldn't because the PS3 just isn't backwards compatible for whatever reason.
No, it is. You can play PS1 games on PS3,
but you can't play PS2 games.
Right.
Garbage.
Any
Rubbish.
PS3 can play PS1 games.
That's bullshit. Unbelievable.
The more you learn with CJ.
What a freaking scam. I want to say worse words, but I can't.
So Suikoden 1 and 2 coming to Vita, awesome. Drawn to Kill, which is it's made by David Jaffe. We talked about him earlier. Have you looked at it, Donnie?
I think I saw a bit of it. It just sounds awesome. Like arena shooters are fun.
Yep. It's a full arena shooter. It's the art is all stylized as like a high school kid's notebook. Like you see all the ruled pages, things tear up and crumple, like burning enemies, like they look like burnt paper. All the artwork is like super over the top, like angsty, like I hate my parents, I hate homework, I'm drawing in my notebook. So it looks really cool. It's got a lot of attitude.
Also hard to find on Google.
Is it really hard to find?
Yeah.
Did I actually screw up the name? Is it actually not Drawn to Kill?
It's not?
I think I might have screwed up the name. Cover for me while I look. Read more news.
Oh, all right. Other things announced. I'm going to this one because this pumps me up. It's a top-down action roguelike that Sony announced. Enter the Gungeon.
Oh yeah, you were really excited about this.
Drawn to Death. By the name. Drawn to Death.
Drawn to Death is the name of it. I was close. Kill and Death are pretty there.
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. It's Drawn to Death, and it is David Jaffe.
Yeah. I know what I'm doing. So tell me about Enter the Gungeon.
Enter the Gungeon. I saw over the weekend. I just saw like and a few images for it and like the name, and it sold me at the name. It was like, what is that? Gungeon? That's hilarious. And then when I heard it was a roguelike, I'm all for roguelikes. So I'm sold on that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because it's a Sony event, I don't own any Sony devices, so I really need to get on that.
Yeah, you gotta buy stuff.
Get a Vita.
Per your Frameloss contract, you have to buy a Sony device.
Let's see. Yeah, well, I have devices, just not Sony.
Right, but per your Frameloss contract.
Oh, okay.
You signed it, so I mean you have to.
I'll get an original PS1.
Okay.
I'll finally catch up on those games.
Yeah, that works. Another game that was announced, Watam. I don't know how to pronounce it. The next game from the Katamari developer. He hasn't done anything since Nobi Nobi Boy on the PS3, and that came out that was an early PSN title. I want to say that came out 2007.
Yeah.
I remember
maybe 2000, maybe early 2008.
No, 2007. I was in college.
Okay. So Nobi Nobi Boy was the last game he made.
What a scam that game was.
Dude, that game's really fun.
I think really fun might be a stretch.
It's I'll
The
take
whole
the
game's
really.
about a stretch.
I'll take really out of the title and put fun back in.
I would say it's fun for about 10 to 15 minutes.
I mean, it was like $7.
I mean, it's a toy. It's not even a game. I hesitate to call it a game.
Dude, there's people still die hard playing that game. I just found out Nobi Nobi is like, or the girl is just about to reach like Uranus. Like that wasn't even. It's not a joke. I didn't set you up for that. That she's literally about like. So they're like, she's stretched the length of like almost the entire solar system at this point.
Wow.
Which is impressive that people are still still stretching Nobi Nobi Boy as far as they can. There's
As
a
far
diehard
as
community.
Uranus.
You said Uranus.
Biohazard, I'm not a console fanboy. I just prefer consoles to PCs for very specific games.
I play PC mostly because I can't afford console stuff, but I can't even afford PC stuff anymore, and my computer sucks, so I don't play anything.
I specifically built a PC, gaming PC in 2012 after going 24 years without having a PC that could play anything, more or less. I could barely play World of Warcraft. So I'm super into PC games over the past couple of years.
And my education in gaming all came from PC gaming, and then
magazine?
And then I merged into console games.
You nerd.
Yeah, I used to play just only Steam games, competitive TF2, if what else?
Kyle hates that game because he sucks at it.
No, TF2 sucks.
Oh, fight you. I will.
As someone who traveled the country playing Quake Live competitively, not Quake Live, Quake 3 Arena, I'm just getting flustered now. I'm not taking it from the chat about this PC Master Race bullshit. I did my time. I was up. You weren't up, chat, at 2 a.m. playing Soft 2 on a French server because they were the only other people awake.
Because they were the only other people playing Quake Live, you mean?
No. This was Soft 2. This was Soldier of Fortune.
Oh, my bad.
Dude, I'm sorry.
2 a.m. with the French clan. If you're out there, Frenchies, I'm with you.
Dude, 4th grade, LAN parties playing Warcraft 2. I will fight you.
Dude, I had Survivor for the PC, and I couldn't even install it.
Okay, more releases for Sony. What else we got?
Let's talk about Squaresoft and how much I loathe them right now. So Squaresoft comes out.
It's like I designed this announcement. I just want to point that out.
Squaresoft comes out, and they come out on the stage. The lights dim. The big screens light up, and it just says Final Fantasy VII on all 3 giant screens with the logo. The crowd loses their mind. I'm losing my mind. I think they're officially going to announce Final Fantasy VII on the PS4. The original tech demo they showed before the PS3 even came out with the next-gen graphics. Everyone's losing their mind. He's like, we're finally announcing Final Fantasy VII for the PS4. Crowd goes even more apeshit. Then they show video, and it's showing all the old graphics, and everyone's waiting for that moment where the old graphics like kind of fade, and you see the new graphics. That moment never came. Then the video ends, and he's like, we're finally bringing the PC remaster to the PS4. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wanted this.
You did ask for this. You said you wanted an HD remastered.
This isn't HD. This is just polished textures.
Right, it's HD Final Fantasy VII. It's not. They didn't redo all the models. They just HD'd them.
I couldn't have been like. I almost.
They just made them shiny.
I almost just turned off the stream like right then. I was so sad.
He
announced it like it was the biggest deal.
This is typical Squaresoft. I don't know what's surprising.
No, typical Squaresoft fanboys finally get what they want, and they can't stop complaining about it.
This is not what we wanted. Do you know how many versions of Final Fantasy VII I goddamn own? Because I keep buying it, hoping that they finally are like, oh, there's money in this. But no, I know what the deal is. Final Fantasy VII is their ace in the hole. The company could be on the verge of bankruptcy. I'm convinced this game is done. Like, it's already been made. But the second they're in like bankruptcy mode, they pop this out, company saved. It's their ace in the hole. This game will sell. This game will push any console.
They missed the window, and they're missing it more every year.
They did not.
I'm still convinced Kingdom Hearts 3 is their new backup. They're like, okay, we are releasing it.
The only reason Final Fantasy VII is considered loved is because it was the first real exposure JRPGs had in this culture. When people go back and play it, they are going to realize that it is not a fun game. They just have good really memories of it.
Also, Kefka, Sephiroth. Everybody knows. Wow. Kefka's a jolly clown. Perfect.
Let's move past the Final Fantasy VII debate, because that could go on for at least 4 weeks. They announced... What else did they announce? They announced the new Fat Princess sequel. I did not see that coming. I really enjoyed the first Fat Princess. That was a really fun game. This one's going to be top down, just like the other one. So I'm interested in this one. They announced The Forest coming to PS4. They announced Shovel Knight coming to PS4. With Kratos, which was weird. Super Time Force also being brought to PS4. They announced a bunch of indie titles all coming to PS4.
PS4 only.
Biohazard Legend of Dragoon is better than Final Fantasy VII. This is the only time I will agree with you, because usually you're wrong about everything. But you are correct right there.
So good.
PS4, they announced a bunch of indie titles, and all I was thinking about was, like, Xbox isn't doing anything right now to announce anything. Xbox also has the rule that if you launch on a console, you also have to launch on the Xbox, or else, like, you can't. So, I don't know if these just haven't been announced for Xbox One, or if they will be announced for Xbox One. So, that's really interesting to me, because...
Well, they have to... If they don't come to the Xbox when they launch, that's that.
Right. If they launch on the PS4 first, they can't launch on Xbox, as the rule that Microsoft imposed.
That rule, good intentions, bad results. That's what that rule is.
Like a lot of stuff that Microsoft's done. Yeah. Good intentions, bad results.
Another small. This one's really not that small, but another like indie title. Geometry Wars 3 is coming to PS Vita.
I love that Geometry Wars is coming to PlayStation and not Xbox.
Yeah, see, I think that's because of that rule.
It's hilarious.
Interesting.
Sony and Double Fine are partnering, like Tim Schafer. They walked him out. He talked about Grim Fandango. And then he also announced there that they're also doing a remaster for Day of the Tentacle. Which when they announced Grim Fandango, I was like, man, that's awesome. I wish they were doing Day of the Tentacle. So Tim Schafer heard me. He got my memo. He's finally doing it. I'm excited for that. What else did they do?
Shovel Knight.
No, I said Shovel Knight. It has Kratos in it.
Sorry, I just tune you out sometimes.
Yep.
Shovel Knight again.
And then
we're just excited.
Double Shovel? Yeah.
One of the big announcements, which they had a lot of fun with, I'll give them credit. They played off of it a bit. Street Fighter 4 is coming to the PS4. And then Street Fighter 5 is coming to the PS4. Street Fighter 5, the announcement got leaked last Thursday.
Wait, Street Fighter 4 is coming to the PS4?
Yeah, as well.
Yet another version of Street Fighter 4 is being released?
Yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Well, I don't think that Street Fighter 4 on PS4 is going to sell that well with 5 like on the horizon. But I don't know how far 5 is away. So, I don't know about that. But Street Fighter 5, they made the announcement last week. Well, they accidentally made the announcement. Someone on their channel clicked the set to private. They unchecked the set to private on the video. It went live for... I mean, if the answer is more than 2 seconds, it's too much. Because people downloaded it, they kept it, they started mirroring it everywhere. So it leaked everywhere that Street Fighter 5 was coming to PS4, and it said it was exclusive to PS4 and the PC. Everyone freaked out. They were like, oh my god, Xbox isn't getting this. Then...
Good, I don't want it on the Xbox.
Then the other side of things, people were like, no, it's just a timed exclusive. There's no way they would do that. At the Sony event, they announced it, and they kept using the word ever. They kept saying it'll only ever be on the PS4 console. As far as consoles go, it's not going anywhere else.
That's
So
weird.
they nipped that right in the butt. And there's a lot of theories behind it. Some people think it's to do with the cross-play functionality. In this version, for the PS4, you'll be able to play with PC players as well. And Xbox really doesn't like doing that. So there's a lot of speculation that that's why they moved off of Xbox. The other reason is people are saying that this game wouldn't even happen if Sony hadn't funded it. And Capcom is awful at spending money. They are really bad at money management.
It sounds like they're great at spending money.
No. They're great at making money.
Do it all the time.
They're great at making money, and then it goes into pockets of people who aren't making more games. Capcom makes a ton of money. They're really bad at managing what they do with that money. And it was rumored that Street Fighter V wouldn't happen unless someone backed it. And that could be why it's also a Sony exclusive, because Sony stepped in and was like, here you go.
Did you guys see the news that NIS has to sell 150,000 copies of Disgaea, or they're going to go bankrupt?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
I don't know if
about companies being bad with money reminded me of that.
I don't know if they can pull that off.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Disgaea is a really good game, but it's not like a pusher.
Hmm.
So they showed Street Fighter footage. I got really excited. I love Street Fighter. And then they said they're going to show more at the Capcom tournament coming up. I think that's this weekend, actually. So I'll be watching that, and hopefully I'll have more information next week for you guys about the Street Fighters. And that was pretty much it.
Just a quick rundown there.
Just a quick 42-minute rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was like our biggest news. A lot of announcements.
There's not a lot going on this week. I thought the Sony experience was really good. They're doing it annually. Like, they made that clear that this is a thing they want to keep doing. So
maybe we'll get tickets again next year.
Yeah, that's what sucks.
We love you, Sony.
Sony gave me invite. Sony gave me tickets to come out to the event, but not pay me to come out to the event. So, I had tickets to go, just not to get there. And it was really short notice, so I couldn't go.
Yeah, it was like Wednesday or something.
It was like Wednesday.
God.
Maybe Tuesday.
I mean, we still love you, Sony.
Yeah.
So send us more stuff.
So that covers those events pretty much. I thought it was a good weekend of gaming.
Yeah,
it's a mini
ton
E3.
Of stuff happened.
It's a mini E3 that gets me excited for a bunch of stuff I'll be playing later.
So last week we spent a lot of time talking about broken games, and we have some good bad news this week. An email got sent out Monday from CD Projekt Red. Read, Dear gamers, ever since we started working on The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, we knew it would be an ambitious game. We wanted and still aim to give you an incredible experience and epic adventure in a vast, completely open fantasy universe. The sheer size and complexity of The Witcher, key features of this title, have had a decisive impact on production. Now, nearing the end of our work, we see many details that need to be corrected. When we release the most important game in our studio's history, we must be absolutely sure that we did everything we could to limit any bugs to a level that will allow you to enjoy the game thoroughly. With this in mind, we took another look at current workloads and what they mean for the team. Even though everyone is working at full speed, we concluded that we need another 12 weeks, it's 4 months, so we are shifting the release date of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt to May 19th, 2015. Thank you. I did do a good job reading that. Thank you. Good for them.
Any game that recognizes it has flaws and delays their game, I am all for that.
Yeah, I was really excited to play The Witcher 3, but I'm more excited to play it knowing that there's going to be as few bugs as possible at the expense of a payday. Like, they're taking a loss to make sure the game is good.
Yeah, I understand how some studios don't have this, what's the word I'm looking for? Freedom. Like, they can't make the decision like, okay, let's delay this. Some I would say, like, maybe DICE. If they're like, hey, EA, we're going to be 12 weeks late.
Ooh.
EA isn't going to let that fly, and they're going to have to push, regardless. That being said, Battlefield sucked. So I'm glad The Witcher has the ability to be like, we recognize that we want this game to be as perfect as we can get it. We're taking 12 weeks. Please bear with us. And I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I'll go out and buy. I wasn't going to buy this on release day, not because I didn't want to play it or anything, but just because it was like I was on the edge about it. I will go buy this on release day now because of this, just to support them and say, thank you for putting the work in to make this a quality game as opposed to every other game that's come out.
I don't think a company pushing a game's release back for good reasons is a bad thing. A lot of people complain like, "Oh, I wanted it," but it's like they're trying to make the best thing they can make. I support that.
I'm bummed that I have to wait longer, but I'm okay with the reasoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it comes out 12 weeks later and it's like still super broken, I'm going to be like, "Hey, Red, like
what's the deal?
You took 12 weeks. You made me wait. I was with you. What's going on now?"
This is like, it's going to be like Drive Club, where who knows what it was like 12 weeks beforehand.
No, but I have faith in them as a
I forgot to give our weekly Drive Club update. Still not released.
Is it still not available?
Still broken. Yeah, it's still miserable. Same with Halo, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Well,
breaking.
In other news, related to Nintendo's Amiibos, if you don't know what those are, they're the little, you can say like Disney Infinity Skylanders thing for the Wii U. You bring them with you, you put them down, and you can play as that character in any game.
So bad.
They're really cool. They're really cool. They didn't advertise them well, but I like them. But however, news, Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles, right? He is Xenoblade. Yep. I always get confused which game he's from. But
Xenogame.
Shulk, Xenogame. But Shulk basically is going to be a GameStop exclusive, and the company might be forcing its rarity and driving the price up to make it harder to get Amiibo, which isn't great. And related to that, there was a statement on Kotaku from Nintendo saying, "We will aim for certain Amiibos to always be available. These will be for our most popular characters like Mario and Link. Due to shelf space constraints, other figures likely will not return to the market once they've sold through their initial shipment." So it seems like a soon rise already in making a lot of the figures rare. And,
there was a rumor about the villager from Animal Crossing, Marth, also from, is he from Xeno or is he from Fire Emblem?
From Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, and the Wii Fit trainer.
I want that.
There was a rumor of those going discontinued, and instantly they were sold out like all over the place. They were already listed on Amazon for like $40 each. But then I was reading on another site that said like that post was wrong. Like they're not, like it was from Nintendo saying like we're not doing that. So I'm getting conflicting news from different Nintendo reps saying different things. So I don't really know what's going on with Amiibos. But what I will say is if there's an Amiibo that you want, it's better to pre-order it now
don't wait.
Than risk it.
I'm already burned because I wanted Marth, and I'm not going to get him. So
yeah, because the other thing...
What?
Yeah, and I wanted Wii Fit Trainer.
What you
the other...
I'm losing you, Donnie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing is, even though they said, "Oh, we're hoping that won't happen," no, we're not going to discontinue them. Eventually, they're going to have to. That's how it works with Skylanders. All the others, like things will be rare. It's just it is kind of weird to see that Amiibos are fairly new and they're already discontinuing some of them.
Yeah, it's like not even a month ago.
Yeah.
And it just came out.
With the GameStop thing too, this isn't a practice that they're unfamiliar with. They've done it with the Metroid Prime trilogy on the Wii and Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, where they had the exclusive to those. They stopped like sending them to stores. Now they're selling them used for like $89.99, like crazy marked up.
Because they're hard to get.
Because they're hard to get because GameStop's the only one that has them. Will they do the same with the Shulk figure? It's yet to be seen. If you want Shulk, I would pre-order it now. If it's even in their system yet. And any other figures you're looking forward to, start buying them now. Because there's really no telling what's going to happen with them right now.
Yeah, seriously.
There's too many mixed signals.
So before the end of the show, you wanted to give you had some news about a departure, right? 2 inches.
A departure. What?
Yes. Big name left his studio.
Oh, you had news before that though, or do we not have time? We have time.
Yeah. No, not really.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So, a very specific Dean Hall, who CJ just loves dearly,
Motherfucker.
he's left Bohemia, and he's starting a new company in Sweden. And I wanted to get CJ's just first reactions to this news. What do you think about Dean leaving Bohemia with DayZ in the current state it's in, and starting a new company? Like, not even I don't know what he's doing there yet, but
I hope someone burns his office down. I hope someone burns his office down constantly and continually until he has no money left to build a new office and has to stop doing anything. That is what he deserves for twice now making a game, selling it as early access, promising he will finish it, and then moving on. Dropping it, just going, I'm done with this, I'm bored, finish next. He is a... I don't know him personally, so I feel bad saying this, but that is a extremely scummy move. That is something I would expect someone with a very low moral fiber to do. I have been saying this since the beginning, and I'm not happy I'm right, but I fucking knew it. It's a piece of shit move by a piece of shit person.
Okay, I don't want to go that far. Like, I've met him, I've talked with him. Like, maybe he just comes off that way, but he's a really nice dude. And when I was involved with him, he was like super passionate about this project. Like, this is all he cared about. Maybe he's just burnt out from all the backlash. Maybe the game got too big and like he couldn't handle it. Maybe. Yeah,
I mean, life's hard. You do a lot of hard stuff in life.
I get that.
Yeah, it's still like maybe he has good reasons and all, but doing it twice, being like, okay, early access, I promise I'll finish, and it's just he's not keeping his promise, and it's kind of like
2 times.
2 times, yeah.
I get it.
Dean 2 times Hall, they call him.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
that's not fun.
If he is not getting torched, roasted, eaten alive on the internet, I will be offended.
Oh, I bet he's getting eaten alive. Don't worry.
Definitely.
He should have to refund every single person that purchased DayZ because they are not getting what they were promised. Video games are the only industry where you can buy something, be told you're going to get a certain thing, get something completely different if you even get it at all, and it's like, well, sorry, tough titties. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Anywhere else you go to a restaurant, you can go to a restaurant, eat the entire meal, and get your money back. You can return almost anything to a store that you buy it from as long as you have a receipt. Video games, go suck a dick, idiot. It's unbelievable how often gamers get screwed over by this stuff, and it shouldn't be allowed.
So
there's probably a reason he's moving to Sweden.
Good chocolate.
I want to disagree with you, but I bought DayZ.
But he's right.
Well, so I bought the Steam version of DayZ because of how much I appreciated him as a developer. Because I started DayZ from the initial beta when it first launched. Me and B Pants, old host of the show, we were there day one when that beta launched for the original DayZ when it was just a mod. And I put I was putting 60 hours a day into that game. That's how much I played it. I was making up time. And I bought the Steam version based on how much I loved his title and how passionate he was about making it. This, I'm not going to lie, I feel betrayed. Him just being I'm out. And Biohazard's reason he left because Bohemia wouldn't play ball with his ideas. I get that, but at the same time, this is your baby. Make it work. Just figure out a way to meet this. This was your dream. Like, this was what you did. People love you for it, and then you're just gonna leave them.
Imagine if you could have a kid and like 3 years later be like, forget it.
Yeah. When I was in college for video game design, there was actually a phrase our professors kept telling us for what happened when people got too attached to their own idea, and then when other ideas didn't go, like, basically when people had an idea and other people in their team or whatever didn't play ball, and so you just get so attached and you fight with them and like it ruins, they would always tell you, don't be afraid to kill your baby. All our professors would tell us this all the time. They're like, don't be afraid to kill your baby. Don't get attached. Make what you can out of it. Make it yours no matter what. Just don't do what he did, pretty much. Don't just be like, well, they won't like work with me. I'm just going to leave.
It's it's not like I supported the game in the first place. So
no. Yeah, I want people to know CJ has been a Debbie Downer on DayZ from the gate.
No. CJ has not been a Debbie Downer. CJ has been predicting the future, is what CJ has been doing. CJ has been calling this shot from day one.
I couldn't see this happening from a million, because you weren't there. You weren't there from the beginning when the game, like, you could barely, like, stand just on the ground.
The beginning? The game isn't even released yet.
No, I'm talking about when it was a mod. Again, I'm going back to when it was a mod. I've barely played the Steam version because it is a shell of what the mod was. I won't play the Steam version until there's persistence in the world, with cars, vehicles, tents. If there's no persistence, like, I'm not in it for that. So I barely have played the Steam version. I'm going mainly solely on the mod. That's what I want. That's what I want in a standalone. And I feel like I've just been, like, completely betrayed by the guy.
That's because you have been.
I know, and I could... Again, like, you can go back and watch old episodes of the show where we fought about DayZ, and
there's plenty.
And I've backed him at every step of the way. I've fought you on every point. Been like, no, this guy is the real deal. He's so passionate about this.
I will redact my statement earlier when I called him a piece of shit, because I don't know him at all, and I don't necessarily think he's like a bad person, but I think this is a classless move.
I'm not happy about it.
It's not a good move.
If you said you talked to him, if there's any way that you could get his info and have him on the show, I would love to discuss this with him.
I can probably
and hear his reasoning.
I'll try and I'll see if I can work anything out.
Because I would legitimately like to hear why he thinks this is okay, what he plans to do to win customers' faith back, what he plans to do to, like, prove this will never happen again. I have so many questions about what's coming next. So
okay, I'll see what I can.
I promise not to call him names.
I'll see what I can do.
Well, some names. Yeah. I'll call him a few names.
You can call him Dan Hall or Dean Hall. Dean Hall. Don't call him Dan Hall.
Oh man, I'll just constantly get his name wrong.
And we're talking with Dirk Hall.
Dane Hall, is that right?
Well, that's pretty much the show. Like, it's 9:00.
Yeah, I mean,
found something really quick that I'm going to steal from you, just to get it out there.
I was just about to say it, so go ahead.
Okay, I'm just going to steal it. Steam Winter Sale has been leaked. It starts December 18th. PayPal Japan.
My wallet.
PayPal Japan leaked the first one, the Thanksgiving sale. They just leaked the December one, the winter sale. Get your wallets ready, December 18th. It'll begin. I don't know how long it's going to go, but the winter sale is a doozy, so...
2 weeks, right?
Usually?
Yeah,
I think
my wallet is not ready.
Mine isn't either.
It happens every winter. I'm like, I'm not going to get any Steam games.
Does anyone have a game you should play? Because we didn't fill that in either.
Ico.
That's a good choice.
Ico. Yeah. Everyone should play Ico. Actually, can I... one
you
second. Can I
You've
cheat and be
said
like, you
no.
should play Ico / Shadow of the Colossus?
I mean, they're on the same disc. I guess I'll allow it.
Are they? Yeah, they are.
And they're also both good.
Yeah, it's hard to pick, especially because Shadow of the Colossus and Ico are not necessarily sequel prequel, but like it's debated where they fit, but they are connected. They're both amazing games that do a lot for the video game as art side of things, as opposed to Mega Man. Not that there's anything wrong with Mega Man, but they're very I don't know, atmospheric games.
Yeah.
They're built around
Artsy.
They're built around taking your time and enjoying, as opposed to running, gunning, that sort of thing. So if you haven't played it, what's up?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say they were considered art games before art game was a term.
Yes.
Before art game was its own genre.
Yeah, if it weren't for Shadow of the Colossus and Ico, we wouldn't have games like Gone Home, that one that Kyle hates, with the flashlight, Unfinished Swan.
Flashlight?
What's that game that everyone loves where you just do the same thing over and over? Stanley Parable. All those games.
I don't hate the Stanley Parable.
No. You don't hate the Stanley Parable. You hate something else with a flashlight.
I don't know.
It's not a game. You keep saying.
Braid.
Oh my god.
Stanley.
No, Slender.
Yeah. No. Not Slender.
Okay, because Slender sucks.
It doesn't matter. Anyway.
Okay, it does. Yeah. Play Ico.
All those games owe a debt to Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. Play one. Play both. You'll love it.
Oh, Dear Esther.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
That's it.
I tried not to swear, but that game.
Limbo?
No, Dear Esther. Donnie, your camera just crapped itself.
We got to get Donnie an Ethernet cable for next week.
Yeah. I did come prepared, though. Like, right now, Donnie's frozen, but boop, now he's replaced with an adorable kitty with a hat.
Yay!
Yeah.
So his camera's frozen,
that's
but
fine.
he's a cute kitty now.
All right,
Yeah.
that's our show.
Yeah.
Woo.
Guys,
I never looked better.
guys, we're here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. Follow us down below. We got links.
Hit the heart, like us.
Yeah,
follow
us.
us on
Hit the heart. There's a
YouTube.
heart button.
Follow us on
It looks like
YouTube.
this.
Follow us on Frameloss. Send us an email. Let us know how much you love us, how much you hate
I got
us.
an email.
Check us out Mondays, 8
we don't have a
p.m.
review.
Follow us
Get
in
that out of
person,
there.
doesn't matter. Just follow us.
Hey, yeah, anywhere you want, follow us. Mondays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern. 2 Inches is going to stream. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'll stream. We will do pretty much any game you guys want if you just let us know what you want to see.
Yep. Hopefully we have a big announcement next week. And
A huge announcement.
Yeah, huge announcement. Wow.
Game changing.
Can we slow down on
Well, we always say
the
we have
level of me delivering?
We always say we have a big announcement, and this is actually like bigger than our big announcements. So
Now I have to do it. Before I could have just been like, "Oh, I didn't get to it. Sorry, guys." Now, like, you've set the bar too high.
I don't think so. I think I set the bar correctly.
Okay. Next week, biggest announcement you've ever heard. Also, I'm going to try really hard to have a review. I don't know what I'm going to be reviewing. It might be Far Cry 4. It might be The Crew. The Crew is really big, though, and it's going to take me a while. But I'm going to try to have a review for you guys next week. Guys, say your goodbyes. I'm going to hit the button.
See you guys, everybody. Thanks for watching. It's Frameloss, 8 p.m. Eastern every single Wednesday. Check us out. Good night. Good game.
Did Donnie leave?
So yeah.